keep the primitives in line.
Here we go. Let's get into the meat of the argument. Life is precious. Some arguments on my end about why death penalty. It's not just punishment, it's also a tool. If the threat of the death penalty is hung over a society, those who are deranged enough to commit the crime will be used as an example. In return, you will deter others from wanting to follow the same path. Nothing is scarier than knowing that if you're doing something, you're gonna die. Whereas if it's, well, the punishment for this crime is that you're in jail for 5 to 10 years, you can cut 5 to 10 years out of anybody's life and they could still live an entire life to do whatever they want, right? So losing a little bit of time, you can get out and go right back to doing the bad shit you were up to before. And so they will justify, well, the punishment isn't that bad, so I'm gonna commit the crime. Whereas if they know that death penalty is on the other side, far less likely to do it unless it's really dire. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. Absolutely. As well, it's retributive justice. Some acts really do require that the person is killed because some people are not capable of being rehabilitated, and some crimes are so egregious that anything less than death is actually insulting to the victims of the crime. Some may argue, well, what about the victims' families of the perpetrator? Some would say, well, it's more of a punishment if they're in prison for 80 years. This is more of a gray area, but I personally ascribe to maybe the family wants that person to be tortured over a very long period of time, maybe equivalent to whatever they committed. But a lot of people, depending on the country you're in, they live better in prison than they do out of prison. Some people reoffend purely to go back into the system so that they have a structure. Kind of like how some people peak in high school because they have that structure they rely on. They have friends that are stuck in that area. They have mandated classes they have to attend every day. So they have time frames that they can work within. They have activities that they're forced to partake in. Some people, that's why high school is hell for some, and that's why it's heaven for others. There is a class of people who will actually reoffend and put themselves back into prison on purpose. Or they will reoffend because they don't know another life outside of prison. In death row, they have to wait a long time anyhow. I mean, we could expedite it. I don't see the harm in expediting death row. Although I suppose the fear of waiting for the day you're gonna die is part of the punishment. You have to remember that some people genuinely don't fear death. Those who commit crimes heinous enough probably don't actually have that kind of emotive response. They're typically very selfish, but they're also kind of psychopathic, right? They don't feel fear, they don't feel happiness, they don't feel empathy, they don't feel sad. So why have them wait for multiple years when they don't see it as a punishment? And don't forget that sometimes you have a sentimental DA that lets them out because they had enough good boy points. Oh, don't even get me started. The prison system is very busted, but I'm here today to talk specifically about why I think death penalties aren't the big boogeyman that everybody likes to claim they are.